Item 6A will be consider awarding proposal for city auditor.
Mayor and council, the city auditor's contract has expired. And we go out to bid for city auditor, which has been, this will be the third bid, the fourth auditor under my tenure here. We submitted the proposal to 9 different auditing firms in the state. We had 3 of them reply with valid bids. We did receive a 4th, but it was received after the due date, so it's not acceptable. Staff is recommending Wathan Deshawn Junker. This will be the 4th different auditor I've had since I've been at the city of Groves, if approved. Previously, the incumbent was Brooks Watson. Watson came in with the lowest overall cost, and assuming there's no issues with their service, we probably look. This contract is a 3-year term. It has 2 one-year options inclusive of it. So if their work is acceptable, we can exercise an option a year, which is what we've done previously. So it's usually a 5-year term.
Mayor, I have a question.
Need a motion.
Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. I move we approve. If I get my glasses to unfollow. Walton, Deshawn, and Junker as out of Beaumont as our upcoming auditor for 3 years. I'll second.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of Wathan Deshawn and Junker auditor services for a 3-year period. Go ahead with your question, Councilman.
That's approximately a $30,000 expense
Yes, sir.
per year.
Yes.
And does this audit cover everything in the city?
Yes,
Is
sir.
there any hidden departments? Is there any hidden anything that these people don't take a look at?
No, sir. They have exposure to everything we have.
So they check our books thoroughly.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Over the audit,
Yeah,
Councilman Ball?
the Brooks and Watson Company and the Beasley,
Yes,
they were really close. Typically, when you see 2 that are really close to one that's way under, red flags.
I understand.
But you went through it and they're apples for apples on everything that we
Yes, so
need.
Watson has done the city of Nederland and the city of Fort Natchez, and they both have good references from those 2 cities.
Okay.
And full disclosure, Brooks Watson, the previous contract was approximately 10,000 lower than what this did.
Any other questions over the audit?
Do we need to put the 1-year options in the motion?
If you approve the contract, it has the options within it.
Okay. Just approve the contract.
Should we have that option after 3 years?
Any other questions? Mayor votes aye. Mayor Pro Tem Davis.
Aye.
Councilmember Warren. Councilmember Hyde.
Aye.
Councilmember Tice.
Aye.
The approval of the 3-year contract with 2 one-year options with Walton, Deshawn, and Junker. Thank you, Lamar. Next item to consider will be the approval for the city depository services.
Mayor and council, we are going out for bid for new city depositors. Again, they are on a 5-year contract as well. 3-year term, 2 one-year options, as with the auditor. We sent our proposals out to 10 different banks, and we received 1 bid. The incumbent bid from First Financial. Their bid is pretty much exactly as it was 5 years ago. 2 minor differences. But staff is comfortable recommending the new contract with First Financial.
need a motion as well.
Make a motion, we approve the city's depository services for First Financial Bank.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of First Financial Services for our depository services for 3 years. Any questions or comments over that?
5 years, isn't it?
It's 3-year term with.
Oh, okay,
1 year.
same.
3 year with
Same.
the same option, Judge.
Yeah, I got it. You said there were 2 distinct differences.
Yes, prior to 2015, Wells Fargo was the city depository. First Financial won that bid, and as part of their bid included the $1,500 fee they paid the city to offset our transition expenses. They are not offering it this year since we're not transitioning.
Okay.
The other difference is for the minimum interest that they'll pay for our funds in our depository. They had a floor previously of 0.1%. They have dropped the floor. And the current cost right now would be 0.09, so it's already under what their existing floor is.
Okay. There's a terminal cost that went away too, correct?
Yes, that's correct. Those are the swipers for the credit cards.
Gotcha. Okay.
Any other questions? Mayor votes aye. Mayor Pro Tem Bailey.
Aye.
Councilmember Barnes.
Aye.
Councilmember Hodges.
Aye.
Councilmember Tice.
Aye.
For the approval of First Financial for depository services for 3 years. City Attorney, nothing for you, sir. City Manager, we have invoices.
Yes, Mayor. The invoice approval list for August 3rd, 2020 is as follows. Delta Industrial Service, Class A foam and monthly gear for fire department, $5,725. P&P trailer sales, equipment trailer, $6,454. And Public Services sludge disposal, $5,977.76 for a total of $18,156.76.
Make a motion to pay the city invoice approval to August 3rd, 2020.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of the invoice list dating August 3rd, 2020 for the sum of $18,156.76. Any questions or comments over that?
That trailer is going, well, he's not here, he's drawing. All right. That's all.
Any other questions? Mayor votes aye. Mayor Pro Tem Bailey.
Aye.
Councilmember Barnes.
Aye.
Councilmember Hodges.
Aye.
Councilmember Tice.
Aye.
For the approval of the invoice list dating August 3rd, 2020 for the sum of $18,156.76. Any council member comments?
Mayor, I have one.
Yes, sir.
You all have a printout here that was sent to me by the Texas DX Society, the ham radio people. And this last weekend, they came into Groves and set up in our park. And if you'll look further in the packet, you'll see who they communicate with across the United States. They were talking from Canada all down the East Coast and all over Texas. And it's a practice to increase our communication level across the United States and the world. It costs the city nothing to speak of. I think they plugged in at the pavilion and used a little bit of electricity. And they thanked Ham Friendly Groves for letting them participate in our city and help increase our communication level in times of emergency. Thank you.
Real quick, any other questions? Talking with Chief, just got an update. As of August 3rd, we had 42 active cases of COVID for a total of 161 since the start of the pandemic. That is an increase of 114 cases in July alone. So I'll take all the heat they want to give, but we've had several inquiries about the park equipment and splash pads. The CDC's recommendations are to have that manned. So every time one person gets on we wiped it down, and as y'all know, we don't have that kind of manpower. So if anybody has issue with it, you can send them to me. Plus, school's gonna be starting, I think parents gonna have their hands full anyway, but it was the right call. We just don't have that kind of manpower, so we live across from the Florida parks. We understand what UC gets, and it gets quite a bit, but this is, I don't think, the appropriate time to be caught in a pandemic with a bunch of kids playing in a park. So if you hear anything on that issue, that's the answer. So, but thank you for everybody. Stay safe, and we'll adjourn this meeting at 5:34.